If you're diving into Crimson Desert and wondering how to really step up your combat game, dual wielding is one of those mechanics you don't want to ignore. The game gives you a lot of freedom to shape your playstyle, but once you start running two one-handed weapons, things get a lot more aggressive and a lot more fun. It's basically the fastest way to ramp up your damage while staying flexible in almost any fight. The cool part is you're not locked into it either. You can switch into dual wielding whenever you want, whether you're already in combat or just exploring and preparing for the next encounter. As you progress through the story and pick up stronger one-handed weapons, your combos and overall damage potential keep evolving. In this video, we'll break down exactly how dual wielding works in Crimson Desert and how you can start mastering its moveset to make even the toughest enemies feel a lot more manageable. I'm
Very
quickly
small
moving on
portion
to
of
the
the
video.
audience is
Before we
subscribed to
start,
the channel.
if you enjoy these types of list
don't
videos,
forget to
don't
subscribe
forget
if
to
you
like
like
the
these
video
types
and
of videos.
subscribe. Enjoy watching.
Thanks.
To dual wield weapons in Crimson Desert, you will first need to head into your main menu and navigate over to the inventory section. This is where your equipment setup really starts to matter. The key idea here is simple. You are replacing your shield with a second weapon so you can fight with two one-handed weapons at the same time. Once you are in the correct setup screen, start by unequipping your shield from the shield slot on the right side. After that, equip a one-handed weapon into your left weapon slot as usual. Then, take another one-handed weapon and place it into the right slot where your shield used to be. At this point, both hands are armed, but you are not fully locked in yet until you confirm it through the weapon selection system. To finish everything off, open your weapon wheel by holding left on the directional pad. Make sure you are in the Armed Combat tab, then hover over your shield slot. From there, use right trigger or right bumper and left trigger or left bumper to cycle through your gear options and select your second one-handed weapon. Once you release the directional pad, your setup is complete and you are officially dual wielding in Crimson Desert, ready to bring double the pressure in every fight. In Crimson Desert, dual wielding is actually more flexible than it first looks. You are not locked into a specific dual wield weapon type, because any one-handed weapon can be used in either hand. This opens up a huge range of combinations, letting you experiment with different playstyles and attack patterns depending on what you equip. The important rule is simple. You must stick to one-handed weapons. Two-handed weapons cannot be dual-wielded by Cliff, Unka, or Damiano. So if you are planning to build a dual-wield setup, you will always need to focus on single-handed options rather than heavier, slower weapons. Because of this system, you can mix and match weapons freely. This is where things get fun. You can run two different swords, or even two weapons with completely different effects, and create unique combinations between your main hand and offhand. It gives each character a lot more flexibility in how they approach combat. Some weapons are especially strong for dual wield setups. Weapons like the Toria Curved Sword or Melted Ambition stand out because of their special effects. When you pair them together, you can trigger powerful synergies that help you deal heavy damage, especially when facing groups of enemies. Overall, dual wielding does not really come with major downsides, but there is a small trade-off. You lose some blocking capability compared to using a shield. However, in return you gain a much more aggressive and offensive combat style, with faster pressure and more damage output. On top of that, dual wielding works really well with abyss gear, like the Shadow Claw, letting you chain together even more deadly combinations. You can rely on constant attacking, mix in well-timed blocks or parries to open gaps and keep enemies under pressure almost non-stop. Even visually, it feels like a commitment to pure offense, replacing the shield entirely with two blades for a more aggressive and stylish combat approach. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.